As Christina says, so this is a crop report Wednesday. Mark Oppold and the trade reacting to those numbers. Perhaps we'll get a trader reaction here, more of it coming up in a couple of moments. But the trade looking at weather as well. Some rain across some areas here again, including parts of Iowa and the northern belt here across Wisconsin. Heavy rains in that area, your area up earlier today. Bottom line, let's go to the board and see corn under a lot of pressure here. Regardless of the numbers here this morning, they didn't certainly help the trade rebound at all. In fact, now double-digit declines, 14, 15 lower. Let's go to Todd Horwitz. We mentioned our trader reaction to numbers and where the trade's sitting here right now. Todd, you mentioned yesterday, Mark, it's all about the money flow. I'm not going to be paying much attention to those numbers from USDA. The money flow appears to be on the sell side, obviously big time.
Hi, Mark. Was there numbers today? I didn't know that. You know, look, we said yesterday that we were looking for a little selling pressure. You know, the market's got a little bit expanded, and now we're just coming down to some support levels. I think what you're getting is an excellent chance to step in here and buy. I mean, you know, I think $4 G's corn, which is right where we are when I looked last, is an area I might want to step back in here a little bit. I think, you know, these are levels we want to look to be buyers of. Usually what happens into these reports is you have the guys that kind of know that kind of study the report and they kind of overemphasize where they want to go. We've had huge rallies in the grains over the last few weeks, so a little bit of selling, a little bit of profit taking, I don't think should be of any surprise, and that's why you have to be careful when you watch this, you know, minute to minute, because again, this is a little bit of a natural pullback in the markets. I'm not at all concerned. I'm looking for places to buy. I think we're going higher, and I'll trade according that way. Yeah,
well, you have said, those that are not familiar, Todd Horwitz has said on many occasions here on Market Day Report, you look for $4.50, maybe even up toward $5 December corn eventually.
You know, I think we're looking good, Mark. Again, you don't want to see a market go straight up, because that just means that everybody's getting on one side of the boat and it's going to fall. You know, we need markets that work back and forth. It makes the rallies that much stronger when they do come out again. And of course, we had a objective in wheat at 550. I mean, we're obviously well past that. I think we're going higher. But again, at the end of the day, trading the market and market movement, a little bit of exchange is always good, and profit taking is good as well. So that's what I think we're seeing here. All
right, so down double digits in corn. How about does the conversation stay the same when you look at soybeans? Under pressure there as well, 12, 13 lower right now. Still above $10, but well off their highs.
Well, no, I think you're looking at soybeans at the $10 level. You know, if they hold up here, I think they're going to go higher. Now, I know there was a lot of negative news early on soybeans. There's some things going on that they're still negative. In the meantime, all they've done is go straight up from 9 to 10.40, and now they're trading around 10.30, 10.25, somewhere in that neighborhood. So now I think you want to look for an opportunity, and you could buy here. I think you could buy against $10. I would wait to see how far this pullback's going to come. But again, I think you now have to look at it, do it lines. It's going to be bullish, I think.
And it could be a whole different look 24 hours from now. Wheat numbers here. Wheat, world numbers, I mean, the report maybe did one thing, reminding us how much wheat there is worldwide.
Well, you know, but of course, look, wheat went up $1.35 in about, I don't know, 3 or 4 weeks. You have to expect there's going to be some profit taking here. You know, wheat was the forgotten grain for quite a while, and the beaten down one, and look at it now. It's now perking up, and I think it looks pretty good, and I'd look for a spot to step in here as well.
Very good. Todd, we're going to take a break. We'll come back and get your thoughts in the livestock trade, how they're reacting to these numbers and other factors as well. Todd Horwitz, Bubba Trading, by the way, BubbaTrading.com, a great website for information there for you. Helpful, hopefully, information for you. Take a break. We'll be right back. One more look. Taking a look at the livestock trade one last time. We take a look as we head to the top of the hour. Todd Horwitz rejoining us live from the edge of the trading floor in Chicago. And those not familiar, Todd Horwitz not looking a lot of the fundamental things, but technically looking at numbers. Well, I think it's important when you talk about numbers where you want to get in, get out. This live cattle futures trade all of a sudden now, Todd, as you know, limit up for August and October, and nearly that in December.
You know, Mark, I think somebody got their hands caught in the cookie jar here, and we saw a big rally. You know, we were looking for a spot to buy, and we were looking for a little bit further pullback. And, of course, it looked like somebody tried to play into the report and do everything going into this morning. And, of course, I think they got their hands caught. This kind of action is never healthy. Okay, this has got nothing to do with anything but somebody is stuck and trying to get out. And of course, we know what happens when that happens. The markets go up, they get locked up limit, and the demand starts to build longer. Well, let's see how it trades over the next day or so. I think we still have one more pullback down, and then I'm looking to be a buyer. Now, I've been bullish, as you know, looking for a spot. I just didn't get quite to the spots I was looking to buy.
Yeah.
But I think we'll still get there. I'm pretty confident we will still see those lower levels. But again, overall, I'd like to be an owner.
Yeah, and so again, like in grains, it could be a different look 24 hours from now higher. It may look a whole lot different 24 hours from now into cattle. That's why we are here and why we appreciate your thoughts. Get the numbers for those tuning in, but your thoughts in the lean hog complex. So live cattle are a limit up here. Hogs are higher. They've been higher all day here. And I know what you've been thinking about the hog trade. I want to know what you think now.
My opinion hasn't really changed, and in fact, it was interesting this morning. They opened higher, and then they pulled all the way back, and now they've rallied again. There's a little bit left, I think, of this more of the squeeze coming out of here, a little bit of the short covering, but I think that's going to start to resolve itself. And again, you look out into the future, you're going to see all this deep backwardation. These spreads that I don't think have ever been seen this far wide, and that can only indicate one thing. There's a little bit squeeze in the front, and if once that resolves, they're coming down, and I'd look for them to come down. I wouldn't get too aggressive here, but I do think they're coming down, and if I owned them, I'd certainly be underscoring and hedging them.
Very good. Todd, we'll have you back tonight on our evening news and wrap it all up for the day. Look ahead to Thursday.
Looking forward to it, Mark. Thank you.
We are too. Thank you. Todd Horwitz, it's BubbaTrading.com for a lot of great information there. And by the way, we'll be talking to him. He many times will have free webinars for you to, again, those of you not familiar with how to trade or what your plan might look like, he can help you out there as well. All right, as promised, here are the numbers as we head to the top of the hour. Limit up in live cattle here. August then, 117.88. They can go no further today. October right now, 117.82 up the limit. They can go no further. December right there at 118.32. How about feeder cattle? We talked to Tom Odell. They're moving cattle in a big way. They're going to be looking at this board, and you may see a lot more activity. We talked to the update tomorrow with our friends out in Breckenridge, Colorado. Right now, bottom line, feeder cattle up the limit, $4.50. September up limit across the board here. August feeder cattle 151.75. September 151.68, and so on across the board. Up the limit, $4.50. If we stay here, we'll have expanded limits tomorrow. We have an update here on the beef cutout. Came midday here an hour or so ago, and looking at another pullback there. Interesting, while the futures are limit up, our dressed beef and choice and select beef cuts are down another $2. And now choice just above $213 and select below $199, $198.27. All right, so limit up cattle, limit up feeder cattle. How about hogs? We mentioned, and Todd mentioning there, maybe a little bit more room to come down right now. They've been holding the August contract up 73. That's the active trade. 82.98 after a high today. 83.48. October, though, big drop from there. Big spread, as he mentioned, from nearly 83 in August to $70 in October. But they're all higher. October is up $1. And Janet will keep an eye on that. Could be we'll be having another 15, 20 minutes to the finish line, and that last sprint could be interesting.
All right. Thank you very much, Mark. Sure.